Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and a really quick video today. I've done all my garden tidying and I'm just getting ready now to see what happens. Right, so I have a tiny haul, but I wanted to share it with you because it kind of ties in with the haul that I showed you on Monday. So I'm just going to put a sheet of white cardstock down because you need that to be able to see it. So I have used some, and I'm going to use a bit more just to show you why I got it. This is PET tape, and I'm just putting my bit of washi down on top of my ruler, and it is absolutely gorgeous stuff. Now I suggest when you use it that you find your corner, cut off the piece that you want, but leave your carrier there so that you've got something to grab hold of when you want to lift another piece up. So this is the first one that I got. I did order a lot more, but they're coming in a separate package. So you can see this one is kind of travel, ships and boats and stuff. And essentially what it is, I love the little girl with the balloon, is it's just packaging tape that's been printed on. But what's really clever about PE tape is the printing is done on the reverse, and then the adhesive is added, and that means that you can use alcohol ink or paint markers onto the top surface if you want to. Obviously if you apply it on the bottom surface, you're going to remove the print. So it's just really nice that you can do little projects like that. And along with my travel one, I did get a birdie one, and we're going to cut a piece of this off in a second. I might have to pause in a minute just to go and get my dogs. I don't want them blowing away. So this one is the bird one, and you get quite a few images. There you go, one in the nest before it repeats again, like that one. That one's not a repeat yet, is it? No, that's the repeat. So you're getting all of those separate gorgeous images. Now I'm going to try and roll this in a bit, hold it down flat and show you a close-up. So let me get that from underneath and hopefully you can see. There you go, that's better. Isn't it beautiful? Really lovely. I've ordered butterflies and florals and stuff, but it hasn't arrived yet. Now traditionally what people do with this is they use it in their journals, and they just cut a strip off, they put it in their journal, they add whatever, you know, other bullet points and stuff that they want to chat and talk about, and then they put other stickers and stuff in there, which is absolutely fine. But I'm just going to move this. But I wanted it for my film strip, so today I've used my double over kind of film strip film slide. This is from Globland. I am putting a link to this set below, and they usually sell out of these kinds of sets really quickly. They also go by the name of ALIEXPRESS pendant, but it's still Globland. So here's the first one that I've made, and that is obviously the globe, and you've got a few flowers and little ink splashes and stuff, but I just used a little bit of alcohol ink just to give it a bit of colour. Now the idea being, my little travel set that I got the other day that I shared with you, which was on Monday, you can use other little elements that actually fit this film slide here. So I could have my little bus down there. You can watercolour it any colour you want. They're still cut out, you know, white from when I did it the other day because I've been so busy. And then I just did it onto craft without colouring in, and you can see the shine on there, just like a film strip. But if you remember in that travel set, there's also that gorgeous little boat, and this set is just $1.51 with shipping, and it arrives so quickly. So you know, you can start building up your little film slides with your little bits of PET tape. Right, so I'm just going to pause just for a second, grab my dogs, and we're going to make one, because I have cut out one in craft cardstock, and then I cut a frame in white that will slot into there. So let me grab my dogs and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's hope that my glue is flowing, and let's do one of these really quickly. So I like to just put a little bit of glue along that edge, a little bit of glue down there, doesn't matter which side you glue really, just as long as it's glued. Now if you find that you've gone a little bit too far out, which I have, just put a bit more and then just bend that over and glue it. Right, so that's what we need. I'm just going to cap my glue off. I'm just making sure I've got no fluffy bits on my fingers, and this is the piece that's going to sit inside of here. So I'm just going to peel off the washi once again, and I'm just going to go with the first bird that is on here. So as I was saying before, keep the carrier and cut your tape off because it's just so much easier. So I'm trying to get into camera here, and I want to get my bird in as much as possible. Right, I'm going to go there. There is a little bit of it chopped off, but I just wanted to use the first one on the roll. So I'm just peeling that back, cut that off, pop that there for a second, and then just, you know, roll your tape back on. You've got your carrier piece there so that you know where to start when you peel off your next piece, and then just pop your washi back on and store it like that, and it won't come unravelled, and you'll know where your start seam is next time. Now you can, if you want to, just cut edges and fold it over. I'm just going to trim it off, so I didn't exactly put my piece of tape on very straight, but I'm not going to worry. I'm just doing this really quickly, trying to ungunk my scissors as I go. But as I said, you know, you can colour this in with the alcohol inks. You can use alcohol ink markers, but they tend to, once you put them down and you try to draw over it again, it just lifts it all off. So, you know, if you're somebody who can do something in one stroke of the pen, then alcohol markers you could. But me personally, just a cotton bud, so my scissors are all gunked up, and a little bit of blending solution and alcohol ink, and you can get into some really lovely, you know, tiny areas. Right, so now we've got our bird. It's a very ink blotty bird, and that's going to pop down into that one. So I'm just peeling all this off my fingers. Right, so I need to glue that one into position. I'm going to take that out, and then if you remember, along with my little travel set, I've got my tiny little bird set, and this little demo here might explain why I buy a lot of small stuff, because I just like to trim things off and do cute little projects that become elements on a journal page or anything that you want, you know, and then just run up the sides with your fingers to make sure you've got no glue oozing out. Right, so now I've got my little bird slide, and going back to my dies that I shared, remember these little birds here, let's see if these fit on. I'm pretty sure that they will. So, you know, maybe that one's a bit too big for there, but I've got a smaller one in here, so I'm going to go with that. As soon as I get it out of here, but you can just pop that on. Ooh, I love that. Obviously I would watercolour these personally, but I just wanted to share my tiny little haul with you of my PE tape, and when my other ones come in I will share those. I think these were $1.51 each, and you get about 2 meters, which is what, 7 foot on a roll, and you get quite a few designs before it begins to repeat. But you can just have so much fun. I mean, on that roll there's even a hot air balloon, you know, and there is a hot air balloon in that set, but you can just I hope you're getting that vibe with me. Yes, I do. Right, talking about vibes, I don't want to feel any wind vibrations really coming in my direction. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll be back up on Monday. As usual, all links below. Bye.